Hello everyone, my name is Fletcher and this is Xbox Nation, and I'm back again with another round of exciting updates. Today we're diving into Microsoft's latest Game Pass lineup for the rest of October and into early November. I know we've been spoiled with so many incredible games this year, but trust me, this batch is a whole new level. From major first-person shooters to blasts from the past in RTS games, there's something here for everyone. Without further ado, make sure you subscribe down below for more Xbox content every single day, and let's dive right in. First up and dropping on the 16th of October, we have South Park: The Fractured But Whole. If you've played the Stick of Truth, you know exactly what kind of ridiculousness that you're actually in for. This game is a perfect mix of RPG mechanics, tactical combat, and South Park's infamous humor. The premise here? Well, Cartman has gathered his friends on a new superhero adventure where you get to create your own character and battle it out in the town of South Park. It's not just about the laughs either, the combat system is actually surprisingly deep. You'll need to think about your positioning and your power combos. And just like the show, no topic is off limits, so prepare for some outrageously funny and offensive moments. Next up and arriving on the 17th of October is actually a return to the Game Pass library, and that's for Donut County. Now, I know this one's totally different from the high action games we usually talk about, but hear me out. This is one of those chill indie gems that's perfect for unwinding. You control a hole in the ground and it gets bigger as it swallows objects. It sounds strange, but trust me, it's oddly satisfying. The game here mixes that puzzle solving element with a light quirky story, as you'll encounter funny characters, each with their own little backstory about why they're getting swallowed up by this mysterious hole. Whether you need a break from all the high octane gaming or just appreciate a very well crafted unique experience, then Donut County is worth a download. Also landing on the very same day, we've got MechWarrior 5 Clans, and this is a day one launch onto Xbox Game Pass. For all my fellow mech heads out there, this one is for you. Imagine piloting a colossal weaponized mech in the midst of massive tactical warfare. You're not just mindlessly shooting everything in sight, there's actually a real strategic layer to this game. You'll need to think about how to customize your mech's loadout, manage your heat levels, and control the battlefield. This time the focus is more on clan warfare, which means new factions, new mechs, and more intense battles. Also, on the Xbox Series X and S, it's going to look and feel incredible with stunning updated visuals and buttery smooth gameplay. Trust me, if you like shooters mixed with that sort of strategy and giant robot elements, then this game is one you can't miss. Now we move on to probably the biggest release of October and of the Game Pass library so far since its inception. On October 25th, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 will drop day one onto Game Pass, and this one is bringing some serious firepower. The Black Ops series has always been known about those secret missions, high-stake action, and plot twists that'll keep you guessing. In Black Ops 6, we're carrying on the story set by the previous Cold War game, and that means the return of fan-favourite characters like Adler and Woods. Of course, the campaign looks like it's going to deliver another gripping narrative, and multiplayer, well, it's Black Ops, so you know it's going to be competitive as anything. We have the new Omni movement system, which is just incredible, and from the closed and open betas that we've played, it has been a hell of a fun time. If you're like me, you'll probably spend hours upon hours perfecting your loadouts, mastering those maps, and climbing those incredible ranks. This is going to be the biggest release we've seen on Game Pass so far, and it's coming to obviously console and PC, and we just got the huge announcement that it's also coming to Xbox Cloud Gaming. Also, on the very same day, we do have a couple of other Call of Duty titles that will also be joining the cloud gaming service. Modern Warfare 3 will first be joining the cloud, and this one's perfect for those who prefer a modern and more tactical approach to warfare. Picking up where Modern Warfare 2 left off, MW3 continues the trend of hyper-realistic visuals and immersive storytelling. I wasn't that particularly enthralled by the campaign as it's a bit more of a smaller experience, but the multiplayer is where it really shines. The multiplayer is of course fast-paced and addictive as ever, and I know many players out there have said this is the best Call of Duty multiplayer that we've seen in recent years. It has tons of revamped maps from the original Modern Warfare 2 back in the day, tons of new modes, and this one really is for fans who crave that traditional modern military shooter feel. Now, let's not forget about Call of Duty Warzone, as it's also dropping on the same day for all of you cloud gamers. Warzone has been an absolute juggernaut in the Battle Royale scene, and to be honest, is still for very good reason. The combination of that tactical gameplay, huge maps, and the ever-changing strategies make it one of the best BR experiences available on the market. and with Game Pass offering it via cloud, you can now dive into that action anywhere at all. If you're like me and love the thrill of the last man standing showdown, then this is the perfect time to jump into Warzone. Plus, it has loads of new content that's constantly being added, so whether you're just a seasoned veteran or just starting out for the very first time, there's always something fresh to keep you on your toes. Next, on the 29th of October, we have Ashen, and this one is perfect if you're into tough, atmospheric RPGs. It's set in a sunless world, and you'll be taking on brutal enemies, exploring mysterious environments, and teaming up with companions who are either AI or real players. What I really love about Ashen though from what I've played is just how it combines difficult combat with that beautiful minimalist art style. Every single encounter does feel like it matters, and that game really emphasizes exploration and survival. If you've been craving a challenge or a Souls-like game, or just missed the feeling of discovery that comes with wandering through an unknown world, then Ashen should be high on your list. Arriving just in time for Halloween on October 31st, we've got Dead Island 2, and finally it's arriving for PC Game Pass. If you're a fan of zombie action, then this one's going to be a treat, or should I say a trick in this case, as it's set in a post-apocalyptic California, and Dead Island 2 offers that non-stop, over-the-top zombie killing madness that we know and love. The melee combat in this game is just super satisfying, with tons of different weapons that you can craft and also upgrade to deal with the undead. Plus, the environment is incredibly vibrant and detailed. It's just like a vacation gone horribly wrong. It also has a co-op mode, so you and your friends can team up to survive their chaos together. It really is the perfect game to dive into for some Halloween horror vibes. Now, for my strategy lovers amongst us, StarCraft Remastered finally lands on PC Game Pass on the 5th of November. The original StarCraft is an incredibly legendary RTS series that has pretty much redefined the genre. With the remastered version, you get all the classic gameplay, but with updated graphics and improved sound. Whether you just want to jump into that sort of intense PvP matches or relive the iconic single-player campaign, this remaster is the perfect way to experience the game that started it all. If you've never played a StarCraft game before, now's your chance to see why it's considered one of the greatest RTS games of all time. Also arriving on the very same day, we will be getting StarCraft II Campaign Collection. If you're new to StarCraft II, this bundle is a massive package with full stories across all three campaigns: Wings of Liberty, Heart of the Swarm, and Legacy of the Void. Every single campaign is packed with tons of epic storytelling moments, incredible missions, and tons of diverse gameplay. Whether you're leading the Terran, Zerg, or Protoss, there's a ton of content to dive into. If you've ever been curious about the StarCraft universe, this collection is a must-play, especially since it set the bar so high for modern RTS games. Before we dive into the remaining games, I have an incredible announcement for you, especially for October. I have partnered with Xbox, and we are providing a 5% discount over on my website for all Xbox games, pre-orders, gift cards, and Game Pass subscriptions. You can get money off some upcoming games like Dragon Age: The Veilguard and the recently released Space Marine 2. You can also be saving money on your Game Pass subscription to save you that little bit of extra pennies every single month. Use code XboxNation at checkout, and it really does help support the channel by giving me a small kickback. With that out the way, thank you for the support, and let's dive back into the remaining announcements. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is the next installment in the Microsoft Flight Simulator franchise. It is the most ambitious consumer flight simulator ever undertaken by Asobo, and it features the largest, most diverse and detailed fleet of aircraft and the most complete representation of airports and aircraft ever seen. It also has the most visually stunning rendition of Earth ever created, and I know I cannot wait to dive into this one. This brand new simulator is designed to take advantage of the latest technologies in simulation, cloud, machine learning, graphics, and gaming. Flight Simulator goes beyond merely operating the aircraft though this time. It will allow us simmers to pursue their dreams of an aviation career, and it finally comes out day one onto Xbox and Game Pass on the 19th of November this year. We can finally brace ourselves in November for S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2, a game that will plunge us into the eerie radioactive world of Chernobyl. This first-person shooter blends survival horror with a rich open-world environment. We'll be able to navigate the zone, a place filled with dangerous mutants, hostile factions, and strange anomalies, all while scavenging for resources, upgrading our gear, and uncovering the secrets of this haunting world. The game's dynamic weather and day and night cycle really add to that immersive atmosphere, making every single journey through the zone a unique and terrifying experience. We have had slight delays with S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2, but it's finally landing onto Xbox Game Pass on the 20th of November this year. Finally dropping on October 17th, Core is actually making its way to the previous generation of consoles. This game has been a massive hit on PC and Xbox Game Pass, and I'm super excited to see it come to previous generation consoles. Core-Keeper is a blend of survival, crafting, and exploration set in a mysterious underground world. You can, of course, team up with your friends, build bases, and uncover secrets as you dig deeper into the caverns. The art style here is charming, and the gameplay loop is super addictive, and you'll lose track of so much time as you gather your resources, fend off creatures, and expand your own base. Whether you're into sort of solo play or co-op adventures, Core-Keeper is a great addition to your library. A bit of an update for all of our sports fans out there, and unfortunately it's not very great news. Football Manager 25 has unfortunately been delayed into 2025, but it is still coming to Game Pass day one. Obviously, if you've played any of the previous Football Manager games, you already know what you're getting into. It's one of the most detailed and realistic football management sims out on the market, where you can manage everything from tactics on pitch to scouting, transfers, and even keeping your players happy and motivated. I know so many were really excited for this new entry, and it is a shame to see it delayed into 2025, but we'll bring you more updates as we get them. Next up, we have Nine Souls, a game that's been turning heads ever since it was announced. If you're a fan of games like Hollow Knight or Sekiro, you're gonna absolutely love this one. It's essentially an action platformer set in a futuristic world where that cyberpunk element meets traditional Asian mythology. It sounds like a really odd mix, but trust me, from what we've seen, it looks like it really works. The hand-drawn 2D visuals are absolutely jaw-dropping, and every single frame feels like it's painstakingly crafted from start to finish. There's a deep lore-rich story here about revenge, justice, and the consequences of power, and to be honest, it's not just an action game, it's an emotional journey. It is coming to Game Pass very soon, so if you enjoy rich stories with that intense skill-based gameplay, then Nine Souls is going to be right up your alley. This one is also coming day one onto Xbox Game Pass, so it's great to see more games like this arriving on the service. A very quick update for you all as well, in case you missed it, as a Game Pass release is finally coming this November. We finally got a release date for Goat Simulator Remastered, and the game is coming out day one onto Xbox Game Pass on the 7th of November, and it will be available for all Game Pass subscribers across cloud, console, and PC. This is looking to bring us back to the original with Pilgor the Goat, with updated visuals similar to Goat Simulator 3, and some awesome new content we've not yet seen before. I cannot wait to get back into Goat Sim after all of these years, and it's an awesome game for the Xbox Game Pass library. I did also want to mention, as it's a massive update for Halo Infinite, it is getting also a third-person mode this November. The news was announced at the 2024 Halo World Championship, where the senior community manager confirmed that Halo Infinite will be adding a new third-person firefight mode in an update next month. This perspective will be supported at a mode level, so this means players will not be able to manually switch between first and third person views on a fly in the match. Third person mode is also coming to Forge, where Forge creators will be able to switch players between different perspectives when needed. This looks like a fantastic update, and we'll cover it in a video once it launches. Unfortunately, another bit of disappointing news is that the Alters was supposed to launch for the Xbox Series consoles and PC and Xbox Game Pass day one sometime later this year. Unfortunately, 11-Bit Studios does say it needs more time to improve the game, and it has been delayed into early 2025. This game is inspired by excellent survival management games like This War of Mine, and the Alters lets you play as a simple worker named Jan Dolsky, who essentially has crash-landed on a desolate planet, stranded and alone. In order to survive, he must create alternative versions of himself who possess the skills to help run his base, craft tools, and mine resources. However, every single alternate version of Jan has their own personality, and Jan is soon presented with tough decisions that he'll need to make if he has any hope of finding a way home. Again, it will be coming in early 2025, so stay tuned to the channel for more info very shortly. There are also some awesome new perks which are certainly worth mentioning that are available as part of your Game Pass subscription. First up is the Monster Hunter Now MHN bundle. You can claim 1 Ultra Hunting ticket, 2 paintballs, 2 potions, and Rajang crafting materials for weapons and armor. This perk obviously requires you to have Monster Hunter Now installed on your mobile phone, but it's great to see some extra bits and pieces for all of you Monster Hunter fans. Throne and Liberty has also been a massive hit on Xbox, and we're already getting some awesome perks to start that journey. You can claim the Throne and Liberty Clay and Mischievous bundle right now. This lets you express yourself with this Clay outfit in Xbox colorways and a mischievous youngster Amatoy to tag along with your adventures. These are some awesome perks, and they're well worth claiming if you're into these games. Now, with it being a new week of new Game Pass editions, unfortunately there are a few games leaving the service on the 31st of October. The following games will be leaving the Game Pass library soon, so be sure to jump back in and wrap up where you left off. Remember, you can still save up to 20% off on your purchases with your membership discount to keep those games in your library forever. So, the games leaving the service on the 31st are Frog Detective: The Entire Mystery, Headbangers, Inculinati, Lonely Mountains Downhill, and Minako's Night Market. So, what's your favourite Game Pass announcement this week, and what game are you looking forward to? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more Xbox and Game Pass content every single day. Whilst here, why don't you check out our most recent video covering the 15 insane FPS games that are coming to Xbox and Game Pass in 2025.